Hey, this is a little pre-recorded segment. I'm recording this the same night as the previous stream, actually. I've not gone to bed yet, and I just read how you're supposed to do this because I was actually doing it wrong, so I just wanted to try that before bed, and then we can get on to the actual live stream thing. But a couple mistakes I was making was I was using too much of the antibiotic gel. Just like 3 taps on the incision line can potentially get the whole thing. And each membrane only needs a quick tap of the gel as well.
Let's do our best.
Yeah. Other thing is, you're not supposed to be treating each wound one at a time. You're better off doing 2 at a time. It'll make a big difference.
Yeah.
Vitals are dropping.
See, I'm messing this up, and I'm still gonna be okay.
Treatment complete. Toxicosis. Here's the ultrasound.
Because the other trick to this
Dr.
is that when you get here, you are just supposed to activate the healing touch right away, and then treat all 5 at once. Because apparently the blood pools are slow enough with the healing touch that you can get away with that. See? Just like that.
We're making progress. Please suture the wound.
I even had some gel to spare.
Please be careful. Doctor, please. That was incredible, Dr. Styles.
So yeah, that's much better. It's, you don't have to do any of the second part without the healing touch. You can just use it right away. And then, with the first part, doing them in pairs kind of helps too. How'd I do? Rank A! Awesome, alright. Okay, so with that out of the way, man, I wish I had just known to do that. But yeah, okay, that's it for the pre-record. Now let's get to the actual live stream. Hello to those of you watching YouTube, because you haven't heard me talking live yet. The YouTube recording afterward, I mean. So I'm gonna finish this game here. I do want to clear up a couple things I think that I've mentioned before. I think I might have mentioned already the artist, is the artist who did, like, Persona 2 stuff, and then a bunch of SMT games. Right up to, like, SMT 5, too, so they're still doing, SMT artwork. Though not Persona artwork specifically, after, like, Persona 2. Whereas the artist in the first game was like someone I couldn't even find a credit other than the first Under the Knife game. I do have to say, I think I mentioned before that the person who did the music was the same person who does, like, modern Persona music, but that's not accurate. The first Under the Knife game, Shoji Meguro, the Persona music guy, he did some of the music, but the soundtrack for that game was also handled by, like, 2 other people. Which checks out, because not all the music in the game had the same vibe. Speaking of which, this game, Under the Knife 2, 2 different people did the music for this one. Not the people involved in the first game, and the guy who does like Persona music was not involved at all in the music for this game. So if it has like seems like it has a different vibe, that would be why. I have to say, even though I've had a couple issues with the writing in this story, I'm still enjoying it. I'll talk more about that later, but I like that it's keeping me guessing on some of what's going on, because, like, there's a couple people who I think are most likely villains, but, like, I'm still not sure. There's kind of, like, there's layers to what's going on, and I'm not sure of the exact nature of what's going on with the potentially villainous characters and what their actual relationships are to each other, so we'll see. I'm gonna definitely finish this tonight. If I get stuck too much on any operations, I'm gonna switch to a lower difficulty sooner to make sure I don't just get walled by something for like 40 minutes. Because I can always just replay it on hard mode later. But when we left off, Derek and Angie had just been kidnapped by Delphi. They had just like broken out of their cell. And we're picking up from there. This music? Okay, sure.
All right.
Good. Still no sign of anyone. If we could find a phone or a computer somewhere. Doctor, look! On the table! A satellite phone! Good eye, Angie. We should be able to contact the police with this. We'd like to have a complete jurisdiction over the support team this time, Detective. If we've truly located the leader of Delphi, this operation cannot fail under any circumstances. Yes, I've been fully briefed on the situation. Then why the hesitation? The hands of Asclepius is far more competent than Caduceus. Nope. Delphi, let's see. There was someone related to Adam, some like family member who basically carried on his work, who's been like leading the charge. In the last episode, Delphi showed up and just dropped a freaking gas bomb in the city to infect a bunch of people with guilt. But then the hands of Asclepius and Caduceus basically treated everyone and there were 0 fatalities. So then Delphi 2.0 kidnapped Derek and Angie. And they were talking about using Angie's body to breed a new type of guilt, but then Derek and Angie broke out of their cell, so. And there really is no other option, considering their ace surgeon himself is a prisoner. True, but Dr. Styles risked his life to contact us. Shouldn't? That's exactly why you need to ensure he is rescued, by bringing us. Very well. I'll allow the HOA to accompany us. We'll be infiltrating the complex as soon as we arrive, so there won't be a moment to lose. Please keep that in mind. Understood, Detective. I'll inform Caduceus. They should know what's going on. I can't stress enough how critical this operation is. Alright, I think we gave the police enough information to locate us. Now we just have to wait for them to get here.
Hey.
But Doctor, you really think we should go back to that cell? Shouldn't we run away?
If they find out we've escaped, they'll definitely be on the alert. Even worse, Heinrich might take precautions and leave this place. Don't worry, I can unlock that door again if we have to. It'll be much safer for everyone involved if we just stay put. I think the evil guy with red eyes looks similar to Delphi. Is his relative? No, we've seen the relative. He's got like a almost like Dracula-ish getup. You weren't here for it, but yeah. The Red Eyes guy was one of the Delphi henchmen, though. In fact, all of the Delphi henchmen look very oddly similar. Also, hey, D2, what's up? We're gonna finish this game tonight and see if, one thing I forgot to comment on. I'm looking forward to the final boss and seeing what the context is around it, because I've heard the final boss music before, but I've never known the story context. And I'm curious to see if it like, lives up to the hype in a way, because the final boss music of the first game was kind of like, yeah, it was suitably oppressive and ominous, but it didn't really strike me as final boss music. Like, just normal boss music, if anything, or maybe like cutscene music, but no, it was the last boss. This game, the final boss music for this game straight up sounds like JRPG final boss. Is the HOA in the other org as evil as we think? We don't know yet. Derek and Angie got kidnapped by Delphi 2.0, who is being led by this guy who's like a blood relative of Adam from the first game, the leader of Delphi. And now the HOA is going along with the police to come save us because we broke out of our prison cell and phoned the police. And we'll just have to see how things go from there. Because there's still a whole story chapter after this, so...
I see. Let's go back then. I'll be okay as long as I'm with you, Doctor.
Angie.
Alright, let's hurry. Police raid! Third time's the charm! We're in position, Captain. We'll enter on your command. Good. Have we learned the location of the room where Dr. Stiles and Nurse Thompson are being held? Yes, sir. Both the satellite image and the thermal sensors have confirmed where they're held. Captain, I know you're fully aware of this, but those two must be saved at all costs. We understand, Detective. Men, secure the hostage. Securing the hostages is our #1 priority. However, if you get a visual on von Reitenau, confirm his position and neutralize him. Seal off all the exits. We can't let him escape.
Roger.
Alright, move in.
Doctor?
It must be them. So it's begun. I hope they're alright.
Dr. Stiles has managed to survive through many dangerous situations. This isn't his first battle against Delphi, and his stay in Kostagar was also quite volatile. I don't think he's the type to let a situation like this get the best of him.
Huh? Isn't that him? Doctor, over here! Stay low!
Angie.
Almost there, Angie!
I'll make it.
Dr. Stiles! Ah, you're safe. Detective Buckley. And Chief Mercer? Adele? Are you two alright? Are you wounded?
Yes.
No, we're fine.
Dr. Tolbod, now that the hostages have been secured, we can provide support to the strike team.
Understood. We'll do everything we can to help apprehend Heinrich.
You're going inside, Adele? Are they gonna use the healing touch to, like, fire guns?
Dr. Stiles.
I'm sure you're exhausted, Dr. Stiles. Please leave the rest to us. Everyone, we're going in.
Super doctors become super soldiers?
Yes, sir. Bring me a standard issue protection kit. You're coming? I don't think that would be wise, Doctor.
Oh, no.
Yes, don't be rash, Dr. Stiles. You just got away from them.
They have something in there we don't know about yet. If you're going, then I am too. Fine, suit yourself. This will be the end of Delphi. I'll join you, Doctor. You may need me if something happens.
Angie, thank you. Here's the kit for you and Nurse Thompson. Make sure you come back in one piece, both of you.
Delphi may be on its last legs, but don't let your guard down.
I note that this episode is called Tragedy.
Alpha Unit reporting in. 90% of the premises is secured. No sign of primary target. We are currently on the basement level, and we're detecting a high-level chiral reaction from a locked room down here. Your orders, Captain?
I copy, Alpha Team. Our target is most likely in that room. Hold your position while I send in the medical unit. Proceed at will once they have arrived.
Roger.
Doctors, we'd like you to head over to the basement. Are you ready?
Yes, of course.
Let's go, Angie.
Understood.
That looks ominous.
What the? Doctor, over here! No. How could they?
This can't be.
They've made more sinners? West Side C.
I don't know how to pronounce that. Help Delphi gets arrested for this and get a lifetime sentence? Yeah, I would hope so too. The problem with the first game was that some of them got away.
Doctor, what are they? They're living incubators. Their bodies are being used to cultivate guilt. Heinrich, you... Doctor, look out! Freeze! Don't move!
Ah, and there he is, the man himself, Heinrich.
Our sublime plans would have been executed flawlessly if not for you. But it's still not too late. Nobody go near him! He may be armed with guilt! I underestimated you, Dr. Styles. But I have learned from the past. I will not be taken as easily as my grandfather. What have you learned? Look at these children! You're repeating the same mistakes all over again! They are no ordinary sinners. This is Carl, and this is Christine, my son and daughter.
Oh, that's the prince and princess he was referring to.
The prince and princess of a new dawn for mankind. Talk about delusions of grandeur. The bloodline of Adam must live on. His genetic legacy is the salvation for humanity. We alone can end the world's suffering. It is a sacred mission my family has been blessed with. You call that a blessing? It's nothing but a curse, Heinrich. You've got to free yourself from this so-called destiny. Don't you understand? Guilt will never bring people joy.
Yeah, even metaphorically, that's true.
You will eventually discover how wrong you are, Dr. Styles. We live in a world where only the elite receive medical attention and the masses fade away. Guilt is the great equalizer. It decides who lives or dies without regard for social class. So you thought to control the future. Too bad your ambitions will never come to fruition. Oh, but they will. Now, let me show you the power of my bloodline. You have guilt in your system. What are you planning? My life will end once. And long after I've been declared dead in the eyes of medicine, my blood will once again circulate. The world itself will be vastly changed by that time. He's trying to use guilt to enter suspended animation, just like Adam did. What the? Gas!
No.
It may be guilt. Get your hazard gear on.
Why were they not wearing it already? Are you kidding me?
This is tranquilizer. You won't get your way. You think you can just escape from reality? Think again. This serum will put an end to your crazed ambition once and for all.
Stick.
What did you... Ah! Adele, what have you done? They're different from any guilt patients we've ever treated before. They were stable. We could have performed the operations after transporting them out. The necrosis serum has been perfected by the HOA. The sooner the treatment, the better. Treat my guilt. Impossible. Ugh. The serum has begun to fatally alter the guilt. It does no harm to the human body. You shouldn't feel any.
I think you messed up your serum.
My stomach! What's going on? Oh,
I can't even read that.
they're all in serious pain.
No.
The guilt in their body must be reacting violently to the serum. That can't be. Our serum. We've got no choice then. We need to operate. I need to operate. My head. I can't see straight. I must calm down. Ugh. Dr. Talba? Doctor, he's in no condition to operate. Angie, get ready to perform the procedure. There's no time to lose. We'll have to do all 3 of them in a row, but hang in there.
Understood.
Yes, Dr. Stiles. No. I'll operate.
No, you won't. Alright, 10-minute time limit for
This
3
isn't good.
patients. Maybe. Unless the game pulls another trick of like, oh, you treat 1 or 2 patients and then the last one dies before you can do anything. Tetarti. Right, okay, it's that one. That's not too bad. If they all have Tetarti, that's not too bad.
All 3 patients require surgery. We need to determine the order of operation. Let's stay focused and come up with the best plan so we can save them all. Although we can only rely on their current condition since we don't know their medical history. From the chiral reactions and the coma scale, Heinrich seems to be in the most danger.
Understood.
I see. We should start with him then. I want you to keep your eyes on the children.
I will, Doctor. Now, here's an update on Heinrich. The guilt Tetarti is invading his liver as we speak.
It won't take time for his liver to be... It won't take time for his liver to be completely covered with poisonous polyps.
Our objective for this operation is eliminate Tetarti. This Tetarti is most likely the mutated version, Doctor. It may have evolved even more than the one we faced before.
It's quite possible. The Acropolis serum will probably be ineffective, but let's save him.
Yes, Doctor.
Let's begin the operation.
Save the villain's life so he can spend the rest of his life in prison. Death is too good
Begin
for
the
you.
operation.
We're going to be treating Tetarti in this operation, Doctor. Let's get started.
Someone's probably gonna die because this chapter is called Tragedy, or this episode.
Please inject the medication.
Okay. Yeah. Treatment complete. We have a visual on Tetarti any second.
Please inject the
Black to
medication.
yellow.
Chiral reaction is weakening.
Black, purple, green. Ah, I missed it. Black, purple, blue. Ah. Black, yellow, green. Yellow, green, blue. Be slow. Blue, purple, green. I missed. Black, yellow, blue. Come on. One more should do it. I hope black, yellow, blue. Ah! Purple, blue, green. God dang it. Ah, it's so picky on the placement. Black, yellow, purple. Ah! I hate doing this with the touchscreen sometimes. Wait, what color were you? Oh man. Blue, purple, yellow. What do you mean miss? I was right on it. Was it disappearing already? Okay. I might as well restart that, actually, to be honest. If you had to guess it's Adele who dies, his body's probably breaking down since he has the fake healing touch. Could be. We'll have to see what happens.
Let's begin the operation. Please inject the medication.
Okay, let's try this again.
Please
Black, blue,
inject the
green.
medication. Chiral reaction is weakening.
Yellow, purple, green. Blue, black. Oops. Get out of my way.
The patient's in danger.
Get out of my...
We're losing
Okay.
the patient.
I normally don't have too much of a problem with dealing with this one, but if I fail this one more time, I'm just gonna switch to an easier difficulty so we can get a move on.
Let's begin the operation. Please inject the medication. Please inject the medication. Chiral reaction is weakening.
What? Okay. I can't play very well right now, apparently, so whatever. I am feeling a little off tonight. Hopefully I can break out of that, because I don't want to have to rely on normal or easy mode for, like, all the operations, but since I'm struggling here already, I'm just gonna take easy for this one, and then I'll switch it back to hard and see how it goes. Now, the language you searched from the two is German. Sounded like... Yeah, I was pretty sure that was German, too. And I just have no idea how to, like, read German, though.
Angie,
There's not, like, a skip. No. That's too bad.
Dr.
I
Stiles.
don't know why they didn't just have a full-on skip cutscene button. They have a button to speed up the text at least, but at that point, why not just give me a full skip? Oh well.
Understood. This can't be.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm evil! Blah, blah, blah!
What?
I'm dying! Blah, blah, blah!
Understood. This isn't good.
Understood. Let's begin the operation.
Begin operation.
Let's begin the operation.
I would imagine easy mode is
Please
also
inject
going to
the
slow down these things.
Please inject the medication.
Yellow, blue, black.
Chiral reaction is weakening.
Yeah, they're moving slower, aren't they? Yeah, that was a lot easier.
Chiral reaction is negative.
Let's get him closed up. Oops. After I finish the story, I'll come back and do retry anyone's on hard mode that I kind of skipped like this. Heinrich's treatment is finished.
On to the next patient.
Let's move on to his son, Carl.
Let's begin the operation.
Based on the chiral reaction, the guilt present inside Carl's body should be Kiriaki.
Oh, they're all different guilt. Yeah, maybe it's best that I did this. Oh, translation. Translation is, who are you? And then, father, ouch, I have a stomachache. The stomachache makes sense with Kiriaki. And thanks for checking that for me. I was kind of curious.
Let's perform the treatment before the lacerations spread any further.
What the?
Look at these, it's definitely Kiriaki.
Doctor.
Ah, the joy of not having a care. Where are you? Where are you hiding?
Detecting chiral reaction.
That'll be the Queenie. Oh, right.
Detecting chiral reaction.
Oh, whoops. Okay, I was supposed to deal with... I'd have been toast already on hard mode. So maybe it's for the best I did it this way for now. Where are the eggs? I don't see any. Okay, now there should be eggs, yeah. Any more? Yeah, right there.
Well, that's done.
Carl's operation is finished. He's going to be okay now. Our last patient is Christine.
Let's begin the operation.
According to the chiral reaction, her guilt type should be Pempty. After we save her, we're done, Doctor.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't do this on hard mode for right now, actually, just so we can get on with the story.
Please inject the medication. Use the laser. Please be careful.
Oh, they give me a lot more time to incinerate these.
Chiral reaction is weakening.
I'm gonna take this opportunity to experiment with something I was curious about.
Chiral reaction is weakening.
Oh, I missed that one. Okay, yeah. That confirms it. The Berserk core will have full HP if you don't do any damage to it before it reaches this stage. I was curious about that. So you definitely want to treat them...
Chiral reaction is
You definitely want to take them in pairs. Basically, damage one, then damage the other. Like, equally until one of the cores is gone so that the Berserk core won't have too much HP. I did that before, but I was curious whether or not I actually had to do that.
Operation complete.
Yeah, I'll try that on hard mode later. After we've seen the story. Because that's probably going to be a bit rough, actually.
Doctor,
It's over, Doctor.
Yeah.
This is finally the end of guilt, terrorism, and Delphi.
Oh, no.
Ah, there you are, Dr. Styles. That was an amazing finale you performed there. I must apologize for Dr. Tolba. I thought he'd hold up better under stress.
What's done is done.
Yes, and in the end, Delphi has been eliminated. It couldn't have been accomplished without you. Thank you. Are you sure you won't reconsider joining the hands of Asclepius? With you on our staff, we could...
I'm sorry. My heart is with Caduceus.
I figured you'd say as much. It's really too bad, but I guess it can't be helped. The police will take von Reitenau into custody, and will take care of any follow-up operations. He'll most likely end up being tried as an international criminal.
Heinrich truly believed that guilt could bring people happiness. I wasn't able to convince him otherwise. But maybe having time to dwell on his own tragedies will make him realize the truth.
Ah, by the way, the backup team from Caduceus should be arriving here shortly. You should probably go outside and let them know you're safe.
Shall we get going then, Doctor?
Yeah.
Let's go. Wait, that's the chapter called Tragedy? I guess the tragedy is that this nutjob used his own children to be, like, guilt experiments, but... Alright, fair enough. I like how it actually has, like, bronze, silver, and gold for the rankings, depending on the difficulty you did. I'm gonna switch back to hard just for now, but I'll go back down if I need to keep making progress. Secret Patient. While the operations of the medical terrorist group Delphi are being dismantled, it's been confirmed that Heinrich von Reitenau, the leader, will be tried under international law. This news comes as a result of several nations' insistence that his crimes were utterly inhumane. In a related story, the Hands of Asclepius is being lauded for the suppression of guilt terrorism. The investigations being conducted on these attacks are reaching the final stages as...
Derek.
Listening to news like that gives you mixed feelings, doesn't it, Dr. Styles? I imagine the entire situation was painful for you.
Well, I have my own thoughts on the subject. But for now, I'm just going to concentrate on the thyroid operation I'm performing today.
Yeah, I'm glad that the guilt terrorism is finally over, but we've still got problems. I mean, people are starting to think Caduceus is practically old-fashioned compared to the HOA. We didn't even get any credit for what we did during the raid. That necrosis serum and the PGS medication. The HOA has made themselves quite indispensable. Although they wouldn't have gotten anywhere if it weren't for us.
I guess that's everything. I'll be taking a few days of vacation early next week. I'm sorry I'll be gone while everyone is so busy.
Hey,
Don't worry, Heather. You've been really overworked lately, so I'm glad you're taking a break. Besides, we haven't had nearly as many PGS patients to take care of lately. We have our rivals to thank for that. Ironic, isn't it? Yes, and Acropolis Pharmaceutical has been making a lot of big advancements too. Hard to believe that they were subjected to a terrorist attack recently. I know, but it seems like guilt is going to become a disease of the past pretty soon. Treatments for it have been almost completely established now. Oh, could you put those old sheets in the bin over there? Sure. By the way, have you seen the charts for that patient who's coming in? No, and it's weird that we haven't received them yet since her procedure's already been scheduled. I've already filed 2 requests with the office. I'm going to have to complain. Wow, they need to get their act together.
This is confidential information that only key staff members are privy to. No one within the general staff can be notified until the truth of the matter has been confirmed.
Well,
There are rumors that similar cases have emerged at Caduceus's overseas branches, and now we'll be able to see it for ourselves. Our source on the inside risked his life for this. We're in his debt.
I never imagined his investigation on the Juarez case would lead to this. Yes, and it's hard to say what's to come. But the answer has to be found regardless. I think we have to put our faith in Derek. I told him about the operation, but I didn't give him any details on the patient's condition. He has shed light on the shadows cast by guilt before. Hopefully he can do it again.
Hey,
I wonder why they were so insistent that we perform this operation at night.
I heard that the patient is being transported from overseas, so it might be an urgent operation.
Still, Chief Casal kept reminding us not to talk about it with anyone. Doesn't that bother you a little, Dr. Stiles?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's also weird that the patient's condition was never explained to us. I'm sure the Chief must have his reasons.
Yes.
Chief, we're ready. Alright, then let's begin. Alright. After we discuss the patient's condition, you have to begin the operation immediately.
Was the onset of the patient's ailment so fast that they couldn't even provide us with the charts?
Well,
The patient's condition did worsen rather abruptly. But there's a reason that we've had to keep this highly classified. Classified? The patient's name is Annie Fisher. She's a professional tennis player.
A celebrity, huh? She's gotten popular lately. I heard she's been rising through the ranks.
okay.
Yes, but her popularity isn't the reason it's being kept a secret. 10 days ago, she suddenly began feeling pain in her abdomen, so she had it examined. The cause of her pain was finally determined. No, I take that back. We're not entirely sure yet.
Wait, what do you mean?
Her Chiral reaction is positive, but the analysis doesn't match any guilt types known to us.
huh?
Then it's a new strain?
It's a horrible thing to even consider, but it's too high of a possibility to ignore. None of the regular staff have been informed thus far. What we're telling you is top secret.
But why now? Does this mean that Delphi is still out there?
We're all curious about how it could have occurred, but that has to wait until after the operation. Right now, you need to ascertain the exact cause of the ailment and treat the patient accordingly.
I'm counting.
Miss Fisher's condition is very severe. Time is running out.
Okay, have a good night. I understand. I'll do everything I can.
You'll have to make some tough judgment calls here, Derek. Operate with the utmost care. Unknown strain of guilt.
Here's a recap of our patient's condition. Her test results indicate that a number of lacerations have formed on her small intestine. There are two objectives for this operation. Treat the lacerations on the small intestine, discover the laceration's cause.
Please be more careful.
We're going into this completely blind, Doctor. Please be careful.
Understood.
Let's begin the operation.
Alright.
Let's begin the operation.
We know absolutely nothing about the guilt we're dealing with here, Doctor. Please be careful.
I understand. I'm going to be very cautious.
Yes.
Treatment complete. After this,
Huh?
Convulsions?
Detecting chiral reaction.
whoa.
What the?
The convulsions have stopped, but this... What do we do? We've never seen this kind of guilt before.
This is really it. A new type of guilt.
All right.
But you're right, we'll just have to try things out. Do you see anything odd about its center? I've heard this music exactly once during this game, and it was when we were treating Emilio, I believe. if I'm remembering correctly.
Understood.
Yes, it does look like some of its functions are concentrated there. Let's try to do damage to it at that point.
Oh, it's a mobile guild.
It's working.
Okay, laser works.
What? The guilt moved instantly from one location to another. Lacerations have formed as well, but I think we should check the area it was at before it moved.
Use the ultrasound. Use the scalpel. The patient's in danger.
Oh, this is rough.
It burst!
Did we destroy it? No, not yet.
Wait.
No, the chiral reaction hasn't changed at all. But the laser did manage to split the tissue from that object in the center. Doctor, I think that thing in the middle must be the core.
All right.
Then
let's
now's
do
our
this.
chance. I'm going to extract it with the forceps.
Wait, what are those spores floating around it? Could they be trying to protect the core?
Please be careful.
Doctor, try to extract the core without touching the luminous spores or the shards.
Okay. Good thing I activated the healing touch.
Please be more careful.
Wait, what's happening? It didn't let me do anything.
This can't
The core we extracted regenerated, yeah. I had a feeling I had to do something about those shards, but I couldn't do it yet. The game wouldn't let me.
I think the shards combined together to regenerate it. How can we stop it if it's...
Angie,
It's okay, Angie, but stay calm. Can you check for any changes in the chiral reaction?
Right away. Huh? Doctor, you were right. The chiral reaction has decreased.
I see, so you just have to do that multiple times.
It weakened because we extracted the core.
understood.
Then we're on the right track. Let's keep using this procedure. Where was it before? That's just rude. Yeah, I can't keep up with this.
I'm afraid I must intervene.
I think I'll worry about hard mode later. I'm gonna do a compromise here, and I'm just gonna play the rest of the game on normal. And I'll see how hard goes later. Because I think we're gonna be here too long if I try to do all these on hard mode right away. So I'm not gonna drop it all the way to easy, but I'm gonna just go with normal mode for the last kind of act here. I think that's probably gonna be best.
Derek,
Hey,
well,
hey,
yeah. Yes. Well, okay.
huh?
I'm counting.
Please be more careful.
Alright, let's try this again.
Let's
This
begin the
time not on
operation.
hard mode.
Let's begin the operation. Huh? Detecting chiral reaction. What the?
All right.
Understood.
Oh, I need to be better at this.
It's working.
Oh wow, okay. You can burst with one go of the laser.
Wait.
All right. Let's do this.
Please be careful. Please be more careful.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Doctor?
Dang, that sucks. The core became active again because we couldn't extract it. We need to be careful when carrying the core to the tray. No kidding.
Huh? Use the ultrasound. Use the scalpel. Vital strapping.
Yeah, I think normal mode's gonna be plenty for me here. Honestly, this seems hard enough. I don't know how I'm gonna keep up with all this as it is. I actually might have to go to easy. This seems kind of ridiculous.
This can't be.
Angie. Understood.
Where were you before? Can't find it.
We need to pick up the pace. What are you doing, Doctor?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do easy. Because I can't keep up with all this.
Doctor,
Yeah, forget it. I really don't want to repeat the thing of last night where I just, like, make no progress because I spend, like, almost 2 hours on just 2 operations.
Hey,
Well,
hey,
yeah. Yes. Well. Okay.
huh?
I'm counting on you.
Please be more careful.
Please be more careful. Man, this feels like it
Begin
should
the
have had more
operation.
than a 5-minute time limit to me. Unless you only have to take the core out like twice, but I have a feeling it's more than that.
Let's begin the operation. Huh? Detecting chiral reaction. What the?
All right.
Understood. It's working.
What?
Wait,
All right. Let's do this.
please be careful. Please be more careful. This can't be.
Angie. Understood.
Chiral reaction is weakening.
Convulsion is occurring, but the chiral reaction is weakening too.
Chiral reaction is negative.
Chiral reaction is negative.
The convulsions have stopped as well. Well, so much for this new strain of guilt. Please treat the remaining wounds.
Yeah, on easy I could just ignore the wounds it was constantly making, basically. Probably even on higher difficulties you have to not place too much emphasis on wound treatment, but you can't ignore it completely.
Great work.
Same to you, Angie.
Very nice.
The way you figured out how to treat it was amazing, Doctor.
We'll see how, we'll see if I can get by that on the higher difficulties later. That is the first S rank we've seen, and only because of easy mode.
Was I really in that much danger? There was nothing wrong with me a few weeks ago. But I'm glad I'm cured now. I must thank all of you.
Hey,
We realize you're still in pain, Miss Fisher, but we need to ask you some questions. It's important that we figure out how you got this. Anything you can tell us could save lives.
Can you think of any aspects of your health that may have changed recently?
My health? No, nothing comes to mind.
Excuse me.
Miss Fisher, the disease you had is extremely dangerous. Anything at all that you can tell us could be a clue. Please, don't hold back.
No, I really can't think of anything.
Your tennis skill has drastically improved over a fairly short period of time, am I right? Is there anything you did that might have affected your ability? Are you accusing here of using steroids?
Well,
No, I think the idea is that maybe she took some of those, like, drugs from the HOA. That's gonna be my guess.
We may have been able to save your life this time, Miss Fisher, but without your cooperation...
It wasn't me, it was my trainer. He said it wouldn't be considered doping.
Don't worry, we believe you. You're risking a lot to tell us this, and we appreciate it.
He told me there was a way I could build core strength, and then he gave me a few injections. He said it was an approved product of the pharmaceutical company that's sponsoring me. The supplement was simply amazing. Every day I was able to feel my body gaining strength, and my reflexes getting better. Since taking it, I've been able to master techniques that I'd only started learning. That's when it crossed my mind that what I was doing might be wrong.
Thank you, Miss Fisher. You've been very brave to tell us all this.
Do you happen to remember the name of the pharmaceutical company?
Something like... Metropolis?
Acropolis.
What?
You mean Acropolis?
It would seem the loose ends are starting to tie themselves.
And no one is surprised.
Don't worry, I've got my research department on it. They'll be able to confirm it soon. No, I have no intention of backpedaling. We'll find a way to treat it eventually. I expected there would be side effects. I know it's difficult, but this research is worth it. Yes, I'll talk to you soon.
Sir, your car is ready.
Alright, I'll be right there.
The driver wants to know if it's the usual place, sir.
Yes. Contact me if anything happens while I'm gone. Don't even think about hesitating. We have some issues that need to be resolved.
Understood, sir.
All right, everyone.
This medicine significantly enhances bodily functions. We aren't talking about just motor skills either. It also has regenerative properties. Its main consumer base has been wealthy individuals, the majority of them athletes. Needless to say, the profit margins for Acropolis have been extremely high.
That's some crazy stuff. No wonder people are shelling out major cash for it.
Victor, I'd like your opinion on the matter.
Damn it.
Do I even need to explain all the things wrong with this medication? The worst part is that it's probably a derivative of guilt. I'd be willing to bet that they're performing all kinds of illegal research over there.
That's a serious crime. Guilt research was outlawed under international law.
I wonder if it's possible that they were not intentional villains, but they were arrogant enough to believe that they could take, like, only the positive properties of guilt and not have any issues whatsoever.
And athletes could be just the beginning. They could tap into even larger markets with this.
Yeah, putting aside their complete lack of morals, the technology itself is incredible. I'm sure they created that guilt necrosis serum from the same research. Artificially structured amino acids, the embedding of genetic factors. The technology they possess is extremely effective in creating new guilt.
Amino acids? Dr. Stiles, that experiment they had you do.
They even used that for guilt research? This is outrageous! Speaking of enhancements, do you think this is how the HOA doctors acquired the healing touch?
It would be a logical assumption that they were given the same medicine.
Then they're all prone to attacks by this new guilt.
Yes. We must hurry up and come up with a treatment plan. Derek, I want you and the team to create a step-by-step procedure based on Ms. Fisher's operation.
Yes.
I'll do what I can to help, Chief.
I'm also going to contact the other branches of Caduceus to request reports of similar cases. Once we have enough evidence, we'll be able to mount a case against Acropolis and the HOA.
Things would have gone much worse if not for the inside information we received.
Inside information, huh? You mean we have a spy?
Okay.
We asked a certain individual to infiltrate the hands of Asclepius. That individual's report is what led us to Ms. Fisher.
Can you tell us who this person is?
Director? It should be fine as long as it stays in this room. Angie, it was your father who volunteered to do this.
Ah,
Even if it meant that it would hurt your feelings by keeping it a secret from you.
Father.
my father? So that's why.
I'm terribly sorry about the circumstances, but as you can see, it was necessary.
Blackwell chose to be our man on the inside.
I hope you understand.
Mom, it's been a while since I came to see you. I'm sorry. I've been busy lately. There's this disease out there called guilt that's caused a lot of pain. Remember? We talked about how scary it was when you were still well.
Is she comatose?
I wish we could talk like that again.
Heather.
Ah, you're here.
Father.
Oh, Heather is this guy's daughter. Okay.
It's been a while, Father. I heard you come to I heard you came to see Mom pretty often.
Oh no, okay. I didn't read the full sentence, so I thought the grammar was off at first.
I heard you come to see Mom pretty often.
This is the only place where I can find peace in my life. Tracy, we're both here today. Hard to believe it's been 3 years since your accident.
Tracy.
But your gentle expression never fades, Tracy. If I could, I would wake you up right now. Nothing ever goes like I plan it. Your accident, and our daughter who won't even listen to me now.
Please don't start this in front of Mom.
Where else, Heather? The only place I have the chance to speak to you is at her side. Are you still clinging to the mistake you've made in choosing your career? If you stay in the medical field, you'll be spending the rest of your life serving people. That's some suspicious dialogue. Don't you think your mother wants what's best for you? All I ask is that you listen to my advice.
If I do that, then next you'll be choosing who I marry, where I live, and how many kids I'll have. That's not how I want to live my life.
Would you say that to me if I was your real father?
Stepfather.
It's never too late. You can always start your life over.
I'm currently working as a surgical assistant at Caduceus. I've heard a lot about you lately, and your hands of Asclepius. You've created an impressive medical group, and in such a short amount of time. But no matter how many great doctors you employ, you can't wake up Mom. At least I've come to terms with that. You should too. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm gonna go home for today. I'll come back soon.
No.
You are mistaken, Heather. Nos, Bythos, Siege, and Aletheia. The Neo-Guilt. If only I could say more.
Trying to bring back the dead or the nearly dead with guilt? Did she mean, I heard that you come to see Mom pretty often? Yeah, maybe the grammar was like a little off. No, I think I hear that you come to see Mom pretty often is actually, I think that's grammatically correct. It's like I hear from, it's like she hears from other people that he often comes to see her. It just threw me off at first, because I didn't realize how the sentence was going to end. So there's the admission. The HOA is straight up creating Neo-Guilt, and we haven't even seen all of them yet.
I guess he thinks he can do good with Neo-Guilt, like... So Adam and Heinrich used guilt to try to kill people to bring them peace because people live too long. Medical advancements have made people live too long, and they need to die to find peace. Now we've got Mercer over here who is creating Neo-Guilt. I think he's creating Neo-Guilt to try... I don't know. I think his intentions are to do the opposite. I think he has, like, good intentions for Neo-Guilt, but he's a fool. It's never going to work as he intends it to. It's a rather unexpected turn of events, but we'll be conducting an investigation on the HOA. They've been charged with a violation of pharmaceutical regulations, but in actuality, there is suspicion that they've been illegally researching guilt. And I think that Madam What's-Her-Name is in on it too. I forget her name. I think she's in on the whole thing too. That would be my suspicion. You mean they were involved with the guilt terrorism? They were our ally against Delphi. Nothing is certain yet, but it's a possibility that they have guilt in their possession. And just so you know, this inquiry also names Acropolis Pharmaceutical as a participant. Oh, that's right, the drug was from Acropolis, so yeah, blatantly. Mayuzumi, that was it. Mayuzumi and Mercer. They're working together to try to create Neo-Guilt. I think that Neo-Guilt is the drug that's been helping people, like creating the healing touch and all of that, and then like also helping athletes. And they were hoping that there would be no complications. They thought that they could just tap into the positive sides of guilt and not ever get any of the negative repercussions of that. But I think we're already starting to see the mutations that are occurring from that. They were too arrogant. That's my guess for now. We'll be contacting Caduceus to provide medical backup for the mission. Tomorrow's the day. Make sure your men are fully prepared. So I'm gonna be real, I'm not feeling super well tonight. I kind of like, I was getting that way toward the end of last night's stream as well, actually. And not actually during the operations I was really struggling with, it was later on than that. Thankfully, the game actually got rather easy by the time that I was starting to not feel so good. But I'm kind of not feeling so great tonight either. So I think I'm just gonna wrap this game up on easy mode. And then what I'm gonna do is, when we get to the end of the game, I'm just gonna end stream once we've seen the rest of the plot. And then, when I'm feeling a little better, and I'm probably not even gonna do it as a live stream, I'll just do it as like pre-recorded kind of bonus material that goes to my YouTube channel. I'll try to get through the rest of the missions on at least normal mode, and I'm gonna see if I can do hard mode for the rest of everything. But I'll just do it as recordings when I'm feeling at my best physically to kind of help make it more doable for me. But for tonight, we're just gonna get through the rest of the plot on easy mode.
Greg, look. The investigation is on TV.
So it's finally begun. I'm Will Anderson, reporting live from the hands of Asclepius headquarters. Police will be arriving soon to conduct an investigation of the charges filed against the HOA. Both the HOA and Acropolis Pharmaceutical are being indicted for violating international law. This news has shocked many, as they played a major role in averting medical terrorism. Yeah, I'm sure no one anticipated this. Except me and most of my viewers. It seemed kind of obvious that those two were going to be like a problem somehow. I do think though, I'm thinking that what we're going with here is that they weren't outright trying to be villains like Adam and Heinrich. I think that they had good intentions for Neo-Guilt, as dumb as that sounds. But yeah, it's not surprising that that ended up going terribly. The police have just stepped inside the building. Yes, it appears the investigation is underway. The officials don't appear to be encountering any resistance, so things should continue smoothly. But behind the agents, we do have what appears to be an entire staff of medical advisors. This is likely a safety measure being taken to caution against any potential guilt threats.
It's Derek and the others. They're putting themselves in danger again.
I just hope everybody stays safe.
Excuse me.
I heard what you've been going through, Professor. It must have been very hard on you. Yes, but I'm glad that this day has finally come. Angie, I'm sorry. I've been deceiving you all along.
Father,
Your actions were very brave, Father. I'm not bitter in the slightest.
She lies. But I think she's coming to terms with it.
But Professor, what convinced you to take on a task like this? I knew from the start that it would be a dangerous gamble. But I also knew that this was the only way to solve the mystery of the guilt inside Emilio Juarez.
I'm glad that this is actually the direction it went with his storyline. That he wasn't just, like, duped into working on Neo guilt, but that rather he had his suspicions and he went to go be our man on the inside. I like that.
You've had your doubts since way back then?
Indeed.
Victor and I were researching it from all possible angles, and we arrived at a conclusion we could not dismiss. The key was Emilio's new liver. It was the most likely source of the new guilt. We figured it had been tampered with, as well as the test results. The organ was supplied by Acropolis, to whom Elysium had outsourced their testing. So in order to get closer to them, I accepted the offer made by the hands of Asclepius.
I see.
I had believed that I would find a Delphi agent among them, but it ended up being Acropolis that was responsible for all the illegal activity. Who would have thought that guilt was the driving force behind the HOA Ability Enhancement Program?
hey,
When did you realize that, Father?
I caught on when cases of the new guild started being reported to the hands of Asclepius. The information came directly to us through Acropolis's marketing network. None of the reports specified that those cases were guilt-related, but it was clear to our eyes. It was a horrifying realization.
We're working on a countermeasure for the new guilt back at Caduceus.
I'm glad to hear that. It's the HOA doctors who are in the most danger. The new guilt controls the nervous system and denatures the brain. Its effects could be perceived as beneficial, but if it were to become malignant...
Doctor, we have a problem.
What?
What's wrong? We found a potential guilt victim.
Understood.
We'll be right there. I knew this wasn't gonna go smoothly. Let's hurry, Dr. Stiles.
I'm pretty sure that was Yuri Lowenthal again. I guess he voices the main character, but also like some of the extras.
Don't come near me! Don't touch me! My head!
Stop struggling, sir. You have to calm down. These men were struck by a sudden onset of pain.
Dr. Stiles, those men on the floor. They're HOA doctors. My head! My head! Ah!
This must be what Professor Blackwell was talking about.
It hurts! Ah! Doctor, what are your orders?
All right.
We need to treat them immediately. Anyone without protective gear has to stand back.
That scream will do.
There doesn't appear to be any external damage to his head.
His breathing and heartbeat aren't impaired. Could it be his brain?
Indeed.
We'll need a CT scan of his head. He also needs a sedative as soon as possible. There's a high probability he's suffering guilt-induced brain trauma.
Professor,
Angie, let's get to the facility examination rooms.
understood.
Brain aneurysms attributed to new type of guilt. Oh boy, brain surgery. Man, what are... In reality, what are the odds that this person would come out of this without being a vegetable? I think about, like, 0% chance.
The CT scan images are here.
Look!
The shadows on his brain indicate aneurysms. They must be causing the pain.
This will be an open skull surgery. Let's be careful. We don't know how guilt is affecting his system.
We have to hurry, Doctor. Cerebral hemorrhage has been detected. The patient may suffer any number of irreversible side effects if we don't treat him quickly. There are 2 objectives for this operation. Stop the brain's hemorrhaging, excise the aneurysms, and suture the blood vessels. We'll be operating on 3 patients in a row.
There's no time. Let's begin.
Yeah, I'm like...
Please,
I'm like
hurry.
sort of mildly lightheaded, I don't know. This was happening to me during about the last like half hour or half hour or so of like the last night's stream. I just need to take some better care, and I don't think it's anything, it's nothing too serious, so like nothing to be worried about, but it's also just like, this is definitely impairing my ability to play a game that requires as much precision as this, I think. So, definitely sticking with easy mode, like I said, and if it was any other game, I would actually be fine to just keep streaming. I've done it before, but in this case, yeah, I'm just gonna take the easy road for this, and I'll try to play the rest. I'll try to play the cases I'm kind of skipping like this on a higher difficulty later on when I'm feeling better. I'm not feeling bad enough that I can't stream, it's just that I'm feeling bad enough that I'm like, no way I'm doing this on normal or hard mode right now. Because it's on already, like, it's a little bit of a strain just to kind of sit here, like, voice acting seriously, especially if, like, heavy breathing or anything comes into it. But I'm not that bad, I can do it. I'm not, like, overly straining myself. I don't want anyone to be worried about it. I'm fine. I'll be fine. I've actually felt this way before. Not often. Just, like, it's happened here or there. It's a thing. But, yeah. I cannot play this game on a higher difficulty level like this, so we'll just get through this the way we have to for now, and I'll try to do the higher difficulty later on when I'm feeling better.
We have several operations to perform, so try to work efficiently.
Use the scalpel. Use the forceps. Use the drain. Use the forceps. The sutures are ready. Calm down. Doctor, listen.
We've treated everything in our view, but aneurysms have formed over a wider area.
Use the magnification tool.
No time for this right now. Okay. Please, suture it! Are there any other aneurysms around that I gotta... Yep! Almost missed that. I had a feeling. That would have burst on hard mode, maybe even normal mode.
Well, that's done.
All aneurysms treated. We're done with this patient. No, we're not.
Doctor,
Shoot. Oh! Yeah, that would have burst for sure.
Well, that's done.
Doesn't look like any more aneurysms are forming. This patient should be alright now.
On to the next patient.
Let's move on to the next patient. This one's gonna suck too. All of these seem like they're gonna suck on higher
Let's begin
difficulties.
the operation.
A number of enlarged aneurysms have been confirmed. Please treat them in the same manner as the normal ones, but you'll have to be careful. When the larger ones are excised, the blood vessels separate, making anastomosis more difficult.
Use the forceps.
That means we'll have to use synthetic blood vessels to connect them.
Yep.
Please be careful.
Ah, there's one over there too.
Use the forceps. Use the drain. Use the forceps. The sutures are ready. Well, that's done.
Treatment is complete for the area in view, but just like last patient, the aneurysms have formed over the entire brain.
Use the magnification tool.
Whoa, okay.
Doctor,
Another aneurysm is formed. Anywhere else? No. Okay.
well, that's done.
Treatment of all aneurysms is complete, but knowing what happened with the last patient, to be on the safe side, we should wait a moment or two.
Doctor,
Just as I thought. Okay. They're all over the place. Very cool. I'm not quite sure what I'm... Okay. I see. Okay. Maybe I see. Maybe I
well,
don't.
that's done. On to the next patient.
Last one.
What the?
Pus has formed in the affected areas. Tumors have been confirmed as well. We'll need to treat the tumors as well as the aneurysms. But we can't ignore the pus and inflammations either. Let's do this, Doctor.
Oh, jeez. Oh, those are inflammations.
Well, that's done. Use the magnification tool.
You really gotta spread them out like that? Really going all out with this one. There is zero chance that this person would come out of this with a functioning brain. We might save their life, sure, but they would be a vegetable for sure.
Doctor,
More aneurysms. I wonder. Once you connect like that, can you leave it alone? Does it stay connected and you just have to suture it later? Yeah, that's probably better, because then there's no bleeding. Okay. So that's the way to leave a thing like
please
that.
be careful.
Treatment of aneurysms and tumors is complete. We can't let our guard down, though. If this is anything like the last two patients, the possibility that more may form is... Oh wow, I don't have much time left.
Dr. Stiles!
The greatest enemy on easy mode is just a timer.
We need to pick up the pace.
Oh man.
Doctor, hurry! That was truly amazing.
Phew, okay. Well, we managed to finish all the operations. Well done, Doctor. I know I was kind of slow because I knew I didn't have to be too rushed, but man, it's a little painful just thinking about having to do all that operation while having to actually, like, contend with the vitals and heal properly at times. B rank.
Indeed.
The doctor's predicament here is far worse than I imagined. How foolish. They were trying to hide their symptoms with medicine that hadn't even been finished. They must have known the risk of triggering guilt.
All of these people just wanted to improve their skills as doctors.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Angie. I'm sure that once this is over, they'll be able to get themselves back on track.
Yes, but this won't end until we find the man who led them astray. Patrick Mercer.
It kind of seems like maybe Patrick Mercer's motivation was just wanting to save his wife from her coma. But we'll see. How is the investigation going over at Acropolis? So you can't find any of their top management, huh? They've probably gone into hiding. Yeah, it's going well on our side, but we're having the same problem. Mercer isn't here. Right, call me if anything turns up. Have the foxes all left their hole? Or... Dr. Stiles, there's a man inside Mercer's office, just down the hall. He said he wouldn't talk to anyone but you, and I think he's one of the HOA doctors. I bet I know who that is. Me? He looked African. Any chance you know him? It's Adele. Would it be alright if we talked to him alone for a few minutes? That's fine, but he wasn't being very cooperative. Be careful, and let me know if you need us.
You've come, Dr. Stiles. President Mercer, he isn't here. He's looking for something.
Adele, the Hands of Asclepius has been ordered to cease all of its operations. And I'd also like to make sure you get examined.
Dr. Tolba, there's a possibility that you've been infected with a new type of guilt.
There's something I need to say to you, Dr. Stiles. What is it, Adele?
It wasn't fair. I was born and raised in Kostagar, where every day was a struggle to survive. I did everything in my power to become a doctor, but my skills were nothing compared to yours.
No.
Adele, it's not a contest. There's no point in comparing us.
You don't understand! That's why I joined the Hands of Asclepius. My healing touch may be artificial, but so what? Is that so wrong?
Doctor?
Dr. Tolba, don't you realize how dangerous the new guilt is?
You see, Dr. Stiles, President Mercer gave me what I wanted. He shared with me his secret.
What is he talking about?
Oh. Okay. Deranged villain face. Very cool.
Neo-guilt. The great...
What?
The great silence, siege, has changed me. I am a new creation. He's lost it. No, Derek, it's the guilt. It's affecting his mind. Be careful. Who knows what he'll do next? Dr. Stiles! Do you know what else the healing touch is good for? It's also good for killing!
No.
Stop it, Adele! We're doctors, not murderers!
Dr. Stiles!
Adele, you have to snap out of it! What is this? Sudden pain! It hurts so much! Adele!
Dr. Stiles!
Don't worry, I'm alright. We need to focus on Adele. So that's exactly what I thought in that earlier mission. He went in to, like, be basically a super soldier with the healing touch. It's an interesting point. If you can just move your hands like the Flash, I mean, yeah, you would be able to use that in other ways other than just being a surgeon. But apparently Neo Guilt was doing more than just giving him the power, it was also warping his mind. And there was kind of evidence of that pretty early on with how they were pointing out how weird and uptight everyone seemed.
What is this? Angie, we have to operate immediately.
Understood.
Chiral reaction and positive. Neo Guilt cheese. Siege? Or maybe it's Siege? Siege? I don't know.
Okay, let's begin the briefing. Dr. Toba's affected area is the right lung, and as expected, there are chiral reactions.
The Neo Guilt Siege. The Neo Guilt Siege.
You've heard of it, Professor Blackwell?
Indeed.
Yes, it's a strain of guilt that was developed here. It causes pus and hematocele in the organs.
Or something like that.
Its very existence is a testament to why guilt research was internationally banned. And so far, no one has found any countermeasure to use against it.
This can't be.
That's insane!
Angie, please continue with the briefing.
Yes, we have only one objective for this operation. Eliminate the new type of guilt. How are we supposed to accomplish that, though? We don't know anything about it.
I will save this patient.
Still, we have to cure him. Remember what Adele said when we left Kostagar? He wanted to help people suffering from diseases and injuries. He wanted to restore his country. I won't let those desires just fade away like this.
You're right, Doctor. Let's save Dr. Tolba.
I'll support you to the best of my ability.
We'll begin the procedure.
Well, let's begin.
Before we begin, Father, is there anything you can tell us about what we need to do?
Indeed.
Angie, Derek, both of you have a wealth of experience with treating guilt. Just believe in yourselves. I'll help you out as best I can. Together, we'll find a way to treat it.
Understood.
Use the drain.
Okay.
Detecting chiral reaction.
Derek!
It's coming. Siege is going to reveal itself.
Dr. Styles!
The convulsions have stopped, but multiple lacerations have formed.
Siege has arrived, but it's probably hidden within the organ. Find it with the ultrasound.
Understood. Doctor, use the ultrasound to search the area.
Derek!
The shadow is Siege. Make an incision to force it out to the surface.
Alright, go ahead, Doctor.
Hey!
What did it do? The operation field turned completely white.
Siege released the gases it was creating within the organ. We can't continue the procedure if we can't see what we're doing.
But Father, if we can't just leave Siege alone either. We're going to have to.
Improvise. Derek, grab the air compressor. Use it to disperse the gas.
Blow into the microphone. Oh. I'm playing this on real hardware too, so I'm gonna have to actually blow into the microphone. This is good to know, because... No, wait, what am I thinking? I wasn't playing this on emulator anyway. Where's the microphone on this? Okay. I got confused for a moment. I was thinking of the regular DS. On this, the microphone's in a different place. On the 3DS XL. God, that sound is annoying.
Siege confirmed. The gas is completely cleared. Look, Siege is running rampant at a tremendous speed.
The source of the gas seems to be the wound where Siege appeared from. First, we should treat that wound with a synthetic membrane to stop the gas from leaking out again.
Right, but after that, how can we attack Siege if it's moving around so quickly?
We'll need to find a way to stop its movement. Derek, try using different tools to see if any of them are effective against it.
It stopped moving?
It seems the effect of the antibiotic gel restrains Siege's movement. Did I use the antibiotic gel? Hopefully your mic never breaks or else you're screwed. Yeah, I don't know if... Have any 3DS or DS mics been known to break down, though? I wonder if this happened because of easy mode. Like, I did not use the antibiotic gel just now. So maybe it's just giving that one to me because it's easy mode. Alright, use the antibiotic gel to stop it from moving and then cut straight into the main body.
Use the scalpel. Chiral reaction is weakening.
Direct attacks with the scalpel seem to be working. Oh.
Doctor,
Where are you?
chiral reaction is weakening.
Oh, this is gonna suck on hard mode. Where are you? Where are you? Oh! Okay. I see, so that's...
Use the ultrasound.
Oh, you bastard. You're just continuing to do that.
Careful.
Oh. Dialogue.
It's still releasing gas, but something's different.
They're over 10 years old, so they will eventually break. I mean, probably, but will the mic break before the whole system does? Or like, I think the big concern is the battery. You have to get that replaced at some point. It seems to have created a clone of itself.
A clone? So it can just replicate itself?
That's right. When it senses a threat to itself, it creates clones as a defense mechanism. I don't know what will happen if we touch the clones, but the fact remains that there is only one main body. Be cautious and only attack the main one.
Chiral reaction is weakening.
They were layered on top of each other. That wasn't fair.
Vital stopping. Very nice.
Indeed.
Okay, now I just gotta treat all the leftover damage it did.
I'm so glad we were able to save Dr. Talba. Well, Doctor, please treat the remaining wounds and move on to closing them up. hope that Dr. Tulba will return to his usual self after this.
Indeed.
Your efforts won't be in vain. He'll go back to normal, Angie. At least that's what I believe.
Yes.
Professor Blackwell.
Father,
Thank you, Father.
I gotta say, I don't love that gimmick of please blow into the microphone over and over again during this operation. I don't know how much I even want to do that one on a higher difficulty, honestly. I don't know. We'll see how I feel later.
Where am I?
Dr. Styles.
Dr. Styles? Miss Thompson?
Don't worry, Dr. Tulba. You're okay now.
We successfully extracted the guilt from inside you. You may have slight memory loss, though. How did you know that? That didn't really come up before. Whatever. Oh, okay. Maybe Blackwell said something about it. I don't know.
No, Dr. Styles. I remember everything.
Oh, you remember the part where you tried to murder me, too?
I can't believe all the things I did to you.
It's all right.
Your mind and body were being affected by guilt.
That's no excuse for what I did. Those feelings were already there, deep down inside me. I don't deserve to be a doctor.
hey!
That isn't true, Dr. Tulba. We all have our weaknesses, but we overcome them and move on. We have to look toward the future. So please, don't think such things. You can't give up now.
Damn, Angie, why can't you be like this with Derek?
But I don't have the healing touch anymore.
No.
That's not what's important. You have the desire to save people. As long as you have that, you'll be a great doctor. Also, dude, every other doctor in the frickin' Caduceus doesn't have the healing touch. And they get by fine.
You really think so?
I do. We're doctors because we don't give up on our patients no matter what the circumstances. And I made you a promise that I would return you to Kostagar as an accomplished surgeon. Adele, will you let me keep that promise?
Dr. Styles.
Thank you. I'm sorry for everything.
You know, I do really like that out of all the very, very limited voice acting they recorded for this game, they recorded two very different takes for this dude of just saying the name Dr. Styles. Because they definitely have two very different, like, emotions behind them. I'm glad they, you know, went to the trouble of doing that.
Hey,
I heard they're about to wrap up their investigation, Heather. I'm glad it ended without any major chaos.
Yes, that's a relief.
It's too bad they weren't able to arrest President Mayuzumi, but...
Oh, hold on, Dr. Chase. My cell is ringing. It's restricted. Hello?
Heather.
I had a feeling.
Father, where are you?
Don't ask that. You must know already. I can't let myself be taken in yet. Heather, I have a favor to ask of you.
What are you talking about?
If Tracy ever wakes up, take good care of her for me. I'll be counting on you.
Father? Father?
He's gonna keep doing his research, but in the meantime, if she ever wakes up...
Well,
Ladies and gentlemen, Caduceus USA has verified the existence of 4 new guild strains.
Only a select few were even aware of this within Acropolis and the hands of Asclepius. They dubbed these mutations Neo-Guilt, which is what I will refer to them as for simplicity's sake. The fact that the HOA and Acropolis shared the knowledge of these 4 guilts clearly indicates that they were intent on researching the pathogens. Yes, this is a dreadful state of affairs. We believe they were trying to find a cure for guilt when in fact they were researching it.
Okay.
I mean, don't you kind of have to research it to find a cure for it, though? I feel like that could be phrased better. It's important to note, however, that this research was not for the purpose of terrorism, but profit. Ho! You were right, D2. They were gonna infect people with Neo-Guilt and then sell them the cure. Well, maybe. Either that or, well, this still could be the whole thing of, like, they were researching guilt so that they could make these products that would enhance people. And the Neo-Guilt infections are just the unexpected complication of that. We'll see. By no means, of course, does that make them any less guilty of such a heinous crime. Haha, guilty. We've already encountered 3 of the new strains, but we have little knowledge of the 4th. I can only hope that no one will fall victim to it. The chances of that happening would decrease if we could apprehend its purveyors. If I may, the FBI has recently provided some intel that could lead to their whereabouts. As it turns out, one of Patrick Mercer's subsidiary companies owns a large plant in Palmwood. The facility is I can speak. The facility is relatively new, and we've learned some startling things about it. Mercer was using it to furnish his medical supplies, mostly the type needed for epidemics or outbreaks. No, yeah, he was intent on causing an outbreak. The nature of the materials being produced there justified the need for advanced security measures. It's basically a fortress. If they fled there, that would certainly buy them enough time to continue any remaining research. We've sent in a request for the National Guard to take command of the infiltration. The regular police just aren't equipped to deal with this type of situation. Director Hoffman, I can almost guarantee you that your medical team's support will be solicited. We offer it willingly. We must do everything we can to thwart Mercer's plans. I would say, shouldn't Derek get a say in that, but I'm sure he would agree anyway. Ease her in. We need to approach as low as we can to avoid being detected. As soon as we land, the Spearhead team will make for the area we've already secured. Dr. Stiles, my squad is in charge of escorting you.
Yes.
Thank you. Angie, how are you holding up?
I'm fine, Doctor. We've been through situations like this before. I'm more worried about Heather. No, I'm okay too. I'm the one who insisted on coming. Seems like you're shaping up to be an excellent surgical assistant.
Yeah, it was really brave of you to volunteer for this. Especially since, well, I was just so surprised to hear that you were Mercer's daughter.
I'm sorry for not letting you know earlier. I've tried to cut all my ties with him. He's a very self-centered and egotistical man. No matter what he says, he's only out for himself. Still, I felt like I had to do something. For my mother's sake.
Heather, that's very admirable. We'll be landing shortly. You guys in the med team better hold on tight. It's gonna get rough. The path ahead looks clear, sir. Alright, secure the area then, and let's keep moving. We haven't found any hostiles yet, but stay alert. Dr. Stiles, we've prepared a safety zone for your team. Please head on over.
Yeah.
Will do. Angie, Heather, let's be careful.
Right. Don't worry about us, Doctor. We're both doing fine.
It may seem slow, but we're making good progress here. I'm sure it won't be long now before we find the targets. What the? Huh? You alright?
stepped in something. It's some kind of gel. I don't know what it is. Maybe I should... Try not to move. I'll have one of the doctors. Wait, what's that sound? Fall back! All of you, get out of here! I saw a flash. I think it was an explosion. This is bad. We can't move. Damn, it's a trap. Doctor, I'm going to get those men out of there myself. Be ready to treat the wounded. Understood. Angie, let's get set up. We may be dealing with both external injuries and burn wounds.
Understood.
I'll make sure we're prepared.
Burns on upper torso. Treatment required. Skin grafts must be transplanted to the infected areas.
I'll explain the condition of our patients. We'll be treating 3 American soldiers who are suffering from serious burns.
3 patients in 5 minutes. Very cool.
These injuries were caused by a trap that was set inside the plant.
All 3 have very severe injuries. We can't waste any time.
There is one objective for the operation. Treat the burns with the autografting procedure. We'll have to operate on them in succession, Doctor. Let's stay focused.
Understood.
Let's begin the operation.
Let's begin the operation.
We're going to use the autografting procedure to obtain skin grafts again. We'll inject culture fluids into the patient's healthy skin to create them. Once we have the skin grafts, they can be transplanted onto the affected areas. But you won't be able to apply the skin grafts directly onto the blackened skin. First, you'll have to inject the coolant into the black area and excise the tissue with a scalpel.
Please inject the medication. Use the scalpel. Use the forceps. Use the scalpel. Use the forceps.
A single piece won't cover it, so you need to apply several, yeah. So that's the
Use
trick.
the antibiotic to burn down.
That's the problem I had with treating burns before, is I wasn't applying the gel right away, and you can do that to stop the bleeding so that they won't just fall off, and you don't have to like sit there placing all 4 of them quickly. I should have guessed that. Well, I did guess it this time. Oops.
Huh?
Ooh, okay. Am I gonna run out of time on this, though? Ah, come on. Are you... It's so picky. What?
The patient's in danger.
Okay, had to be overlaid more.
Please, hurry.
Running a little behind. Yeah, this is not looking good.
Look.
This patient is suffering from burns on his knee. It's probably quite painful. I'm just gonna restart now, actually, and try to get a better start on that. Because I'm thinking I might run out of time otherwise.
Let's begin the operation. Please inject the medication. Use the scalpel. Use the forceps.
Okay.
Use the scalpel.
I just realized a better way to do this, too.
Use the forceps. Use the antibiotic one down. Huh?
Oh, no, there is a time limit. Okay. Shoot, that sucks. Come on. No. What? Why am I so bad at this? I can't believe I'm struggling with a mission on easy mode. This sucks.
Let's begin the operation. Please inject the medication. Use the scalpel. Use the forceps. Use the antibiotic one down.
I see, this just works differently in general from how it did with that one guy treating the internal burns.
Use the scalpel. Use the forceps. Very nice.
Okay, that's much better. Now I have a much better chance of getting through the other two.
You're making good time, Doctor. Let's begin treating the next patient quickly.
Look!
Please treat the burns just as you did on the last patients. What do you want from me? Yeah, that was gonna...
Huh?
And of course. What am I doing? What do you want? Sometimes I just don't get the way it wants me to position them.
Doctor, hurry!
Further behind than I expected. Let's hurry to the next patient.
Let's begin the operation.
This patient has burns across his entire back, and of course they only give me... Okay. Since the burned area is extensive, please be careful. I'm a little worried about this one. I hate this. I really hate this. I don't know if I can do it in time.
We need to pick up the pace.
Especially if that keeps happening. I don't think the healing touch slows down the timer either. But I'll see if it does. I hate this. I really, really hate this. I don't have enough time.
The patient's in danger. Doctor, hurry!
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. Oh, that one's not... Well, that sucks. Did not expect to have problems on easy mode
Let's
with
begin
anything.
the operation. Please inject the medication. Use the scalpel. Use the forceps. Use the antibiotic one down.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it there in time.
Use the scalpel. Use the forceps. Very nice. Look!
You know what? I have a suspicion about this. After what happened last time. Yep, that's what's happening. The hitbox is weird and it thinks I'm putting them on a different one than I'm trying to. And then it's failing because it's not prepared properly.
On to the next patient.
So I need to make sure that they're all ready to have the grafts put onto them, because that way, if it misinterprets where I'm placing it, like if I'm trying to put it on burn A, but it thinks I'm trying to put it on burn B, that's okay as long as burn B is properly prepared.
Let's begin the operation.
I almost think they did this on purpose, too, with how close together a bunch of these are. Well, some of it's just the hitbox being generally weird, too, but... Oh, jeez. Let me get some of this prepared ahead of time.
Well, that's done.
Okay. It shouldn't be that hard, but there's some weirdness with the, like, hitboxes on the burns, I feel. Like, I have the skin graft over it, and it says, nope, you're not over it.
Hey,
This report says there's been casualties. Do you think Derek and the others are alright?
I hope so. But I'm kind of worried. It's so quiet here.
Director Hoffman, it looks like they've confirmed the presence of a laboratory in the central area. Derek is okay, and his team should be entering there shortly.
well,
We'll hope for the best. Dr. Chase, do you have that package from our research department ready? Yes, I'll take it to Derek as soon as our military escort gets here. I don't know what Mercer's plans are, but we'll make sure that no guilt escapes this facility.
The burn treating thing is my second least favorite mechanic in this whole game, I think, because it just seems so... No, you know what? It is my least favorite. It is my least favorite mechanic because of how awful the hitboxes seem to be on it.
There's definitely someone inside. We confirmed it with a thermal sensor.
Yeah.
Mercer.
A frontal assault is an option, but we have no idea what's in there.
Please, let me try talking to him first.
Huh?
Heather, that would be too dangerous. I don't think he would attack me. But if I can't talk him out of this, then you can take more drastic measures. Nurse Thompson, Dr. Stiles, I know I'm asking a lot, but would you two follow me in? I'll need you to confirm whether or not there's anything dangerous in the room. I'll do it, Heather.
All right.
Right, we'll back you up.
Well then, let's go.
Good luck to you all. Especially you, miss.
Father,
I know you're in here.
Is that you, Heather? They managed to track me down quickly, but I never expected you to be here.
You have to stop this madness. You're surrounded. There's no way you can escape.
Mr. Mercer, will you please just turn yourself in? Even you must see that whatever you've been planning, it's over. What you were trying to achieve, challenging the limits of the human body, creating doctors who could use the healing touch. All of that may not have been so wrong.
But the method you chose to use, guilt, it will never change a life for the better. The only thing guilt does is destroy. It doesn't have the power you think it does.
The healing touch. The ability enhancement drug. You're right, I did pursue those things. But they're not what I was really after. Now that I'm cornered, I have nothing to lose. I'm here solely to achieve my one true goal.
What the? You brought Mom here?
But you called her on the phone and said... Okay, I don't know. Everything was for this moment. This is what I suspected, though. That he was hoping to be able to do something with his wife. Of the 4 Neo-Guilt, there is one that can grant me my wish.
Witness the power of guilt.
This guilt can return Tracy to consciousness. The road to get here has been a painful one. But without a doubt, this improved guilt has the ability I've sought after. Bythos. It is the profound, that which can penetrate the depths of the mind. Tracy, this will bring you back from darkness.
So everything you've done up to this point, it's all been for her? Father, I can't believe this. You put countless lives around the entire world in jeopardy just to save Mom?
Heather, you don't know how deeply it pains me to see her like this. This... Heather is literally her daughter, you idiot. Of course she knows how you feel.
What would Mom say if she knew you sacrificed other people in order to wake her up?
Father,
You'll only make her suffering worse.
We'll see about that. You'll soon be able to ask her for yourself. Bythos has already matured inside of her.
What? Oh my god.
All I have to do is activate Bythos by injecting this stimulant, and her eyes will gaze upon me once again.
I disagree.
No, Mercer, stop! Guilt isn't capable of that!
You'll be no different than Heinrich. Guilt does not bring people happiness.
Now, Tracy, awaken!
Father!
Tracy.
I'm sorry it took this long, Tracy. Now please, open your eyes. My love. Wake up. Tracy? Why isn't it working? Tracy! We're losing her!
this isn't good.
Look what you've done! You haven't saved her! You've put her life in danger! Mom!
Tracy! I know you can hear me now. Come on, please! Heather, what are you doing? Let go of me!
Get out of the way! We're going to save Mom!
Styles,
Dr. Stiles, please!
Angie, we're going to start the operation as soon as we figure out where to incise. Get set up.
Right away.
This cannot be. Tracy! Why has Bythos failed? No, it's not over yet. There's still another way.
Lacerations on the left lung.
I will now explain the patient's condition. There are lacerations on her left lung, presumed to be caused by the Neo-Guilt Bythos.
It's that guilt Miss Fisher was infected with.
Dr. Stiles,
My mother has been in a coma for 3 years. Will she be strong enough to endure the surgery?
I will save this patient.
Don't worry, we'll save your mother.
Doctor, thank you. There are two objectives for this operation. Treat the lacerations on the left lung, eliminate Bythos. Please use the laser on Bythos' core, and extract the core while it is separated from the tissue.
Doctor.
Let's do this, Doctor. For Heather's sake.
Right, we'll give it our all.
I won't let you die.
Alright, time for a repeat. I wonder if there's a twist.
Please, hurry.
We're going to get started. Heather, do your best to stay strong. I will support you two as much as I can.
The sutures are ready. Well, that's done.
Treatment of the wounds is complete.
Doctor.
Convulsions have occurred. Bythos is emerging.
Use the laser.
There it is.
Use the forceps. The sutures are ready.
The gimmick is she has lower vitals, and they go down more quickly. That makes sense. Oh, I had a good opportunity right there. Ah, shoot.
Please be careful. Here's the scalpel. Chiral reaction is weakening.
Ah. Oh, come on. No, let me pick it up again. Oh, wow. It goes down fast if you have a good, I don't know how to put it. If you do it really well with the laser, though, if you keep keep a good track on it, without letting the core slip away, it's like, it goes down pretty quick.
Chiral reaction is negative. Dr. Stiles,
So, my mother's going to make it?
So yeah, it really is just, from what I can tell, it's the same as last time, it's just that the vitals are more unstable, so they'll drop more quickly. Boy, that'll be fun.
Yes, she'll be just fine.
thank goodness.
Operation complete. Heather, you must be relieved. Yes. Dr. Stiles, Miss Thompson, Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
And the final boss must be next.
Dr. Styles,
Thank you, Dr. Styles.
I'm glad your mother is still with us, Heather. I just wish we could do more.
It's okay, Doctor. She's always been my inspiration, even in a coma. I'm just glad that she's still alive.
Doctor, where's Mercer?
What?
What?
Didn't you take him into custody when he ran out of here?
No, no one has stepped outside the lab. Where could he have gone? This isn't good. We need to find him fast.
Mother of Sins. Yeah, that's gotta be it. Mercer has apparently escaped through a hidden passage inside the laboratory. They're pursuing him now.
Well,
Chief Kassar, Mrs. Mercer is going to be transported out. Can you set up her treatment orders? Certainly. Just as a precaution, I'll make sure she remains quarantined during transport. But who would have thought Mercer was hatching such a scheme? Anyway, I'm glad it's over. Don't speak too soon. He may still have something up his sleeve. Mercer must be stopped under any circumstances. We're counting on you, Derek.
Hey,
Excuse me, where's Derek?
You mean Dr. Styles?
He and his team just went down the passage we discovered. You have to tell me where that passage is. I have something for him that may be the only way to stop Neo Guilt.
This way, sir, but please be careful. We haven't confirmed what's on the other side. And according to Dr. Styles, Mercer is mentally unstable.
What the? Look, all those devices are filled with liquid. Are they culture tanks of some sort?
Maybe they were being used for medicine production. But they're all active.
So then, what's going to happen?
We just need to alter our plans slightly. That's all.
It's him. He's talking with someone.
Over there!
my.
There she is. I knew it had to be her.
Mr. Mercer, it looks like we have some unwelcome guests. Miss Mayazumi, what's become of you? I volunteered for this. The Neo Guilt inside me maintains my youth, my beauty.
Of course he wanted to use Neo Guilt for something as dumb as that.
I am the host of Aletheia, the embodiment of truth.
You gave yourself to guilt so you could stay young? That's beyond ridiculous!
Well, take note, Angie, though, that it's probably not just so she can look youthful. It's probably literally immortality.
She's lost touch with reality. She's completely obsessed with guilt. I have a proposition for you, Dr. Styles. I want immunity for everything I've done. In return, I'll furnish all of our guilt data and results. Believe me, Aletheia is perfect. It has the power to change the world. Everyone's life would benefit from this.
I'm still not getting how the final boss is, like, epic enough to justify how hard the music goes. I mean, I'm not quite complaining because good music is good music, and it's gonna be cool to have that for the final operation, but all I'm getting out of this is that I'm just here to save one single life. One foolish woman who injected herself with guilt because she thought she could have immortality consequence-free.
no.
We have no right to make any deals with you, Miss Mayazumi. And even if we did, I know I speak for everyone here. There is no chance we'd accept. We all know the true nature of guilt.
Give it up. You can't talk your way out of this.
I wouldn't resort to force if I were you. I'm connected directly to the plant itself. If I'm removed against my will or killed, the facility would retaliate.
Okay, so that's the problem. If Neo Guilt goes out of control now, and it's probably going to, if it kills her, everyone dies. I mean, everyone in this plant at least.
You would all perish inside a mist of guilt.
Huh. And it's not an explosion, it's a release of guilt. And if it just goes airborne, maybe that does threaten the rest of the world, because maybe it could just go spread out of the facility.
Then all of these culture tanks were filled with...
Yes, you might say, these guilt are my children. If they are released, anyone with incompatible DNA would suffer most unbearably. Isn't that right, Mr. Mercer?
The only thing that concerns me right now is whether or not Alethea has the power to cure Tracy.
What are you? What did you just inject?
Don't worry, if this works, you should rise to even greater power. If it doesn't...
What in the world? Look what it's doing to her!
Oh.
My face!
No. Not this strain, too. I'm sorry. I have failed you, my love. I have nothing left. I guess he injected her with Tracy's DNA to see if it would be incompatible with Alethea. That's my guess.
Help me, please! It hurts! Whatever he injected into her has activated the guilt. But if she dies, the guilt inside the tanks will be released.
We can't let that happen.
All right, let's do this.
We've only got one choice. Operate on her and save her. So yeah, that's why this operation is intense. Save this woman or everyone dies, and then guilt spreads outward with one of the most capable doctors, actually a number of the most capable doctors equipped to deal with guilt dying in the process too. Yeah, that'd be pretty bad.
Doctor, I can't even make a level analysis of the patient. It's as if the guilt inside her has gone out of control. How is the chiral reaction, Heather?
Doctor, please.
It's no use. There are too many readings coming from all over her body. I can't pinpoint the affected areas or even what kind of guilt it is.
You're kidding me. What can we possibly do then?
No.
No, I shouldn't be thinking like that.
Doctor?
There's no such thing as an untradeable wound or an incurable disease. Isn't that right, Angie?
Understood.
Yes, Doctor.
We've come this far in the fight against guilt. There must be a way to cure her too. We just need to find it. Derek, use this! Tyler? It's a Neo-Guilt antibiotic. R&D rushed this out. It's apparently effective against the mutated types too.
All right.
Got it. Tyler, I need to try and dispose of the guilt inside these culture... I need you to try and dispose of the guilt inside these culture tanks. There's still a chance it could be released. Try to minimize the damage if that happens. Are you freaking kidding me? Alright, I'll do it, but man, you owe me one. Heather, can you help Tyler out?
Will do. Doctor, the chiral reaction is centering around her heart.
What? Wait, I think I understand. The guild went on a rampage when they were activated, but now they're gathering at her heart to fulfill their purpose, to fully control her entire body.
Doctor,
Yes, now's our only chance. We'll make our incision at her heart and defeat any guilt we find
I
there.
will save this
I'm
patient.
going to cure her. It's time to put an end to this once and for all.
Let's do it, Doctor.
Let's begin the operation.
But first, I'm going to murder her on purpose because she deserves it and I want to see the game
let's
over
begin
text.
the operation. The patient's in danger. This can't be.
This can't be. We came so far.
The mission to contain the threat posed by Neo-Guilt ended in failure. Modern medicine was powerless against what was beyond human understanding. Derek Stiles was never found, and his illustrious reputation faded into obscurity. To this day, it is uncertain whether or not humanity was freed from the cursed legacy of guilt. Probably not. It probably spread. Okay, let's actually do this now. And like I said, it's time for some frickin' JRPG final boss music. I honestly love it.
Let's begin the operation.
This is the final guilt. Let's begin the extraction procedure of Alethea. This will end everything, Doctor. Let's do our best.
What the?
What has it done to her heart? Chiral reactions are coming from the entire organ. It's as if the heart itself is the guilt.
Please be more careful.
Doctor, even more chiral reactions are moving throughout her body and converging on the heart.
Look!
If the chiral reaction is concentrated on our heart, then this must be Alethea's main body. It will be difficult to extract it in this condition. But we do have the Neo-Guilt antibiotic that Dr. Chase prepared for us. Let's inject this directly into Alethea's core and destroy it here and now.
Huh?
What the?
This can't be.
Kiriaki appeared at Alethea's core! It must have summoned them to defend itself. They're acting slightly different than usual, but I'm sure the same treatment will work.
Doctor, listen.
Remember how we've treated all the different guilt up to this point? If we treat the Kiriaki that appeared, Alethea will have to expose its core to summon more.
Please inject the
When the core is
medication.
exposed, inject as much of the antibiotic from the black vial as possible.
Holy crap. So that's how this boss works. I had not actually seen the whole boss or anything. I just seen like... I've only seen basically the very end of this fight.
While we wait for our chance, treat the Kiriaki bodies.
Please inject the medication. It's working. Dr. Stiles!
Treatment of the guilt swarm is complete. The core is exposed. But I'm detecting chiral reactions from the patient's entire body again. Inject as much of the antibiotic as you can before it can summon more guilt.
What the?
What the? The chiral reaction that had decreased is rising again. It's absorbing energy from the patient through those red blood vessels. If this continues, Alethea will be able to restore itself.
Use the scalpel.
We need to sever all those blood vessels before that happens. Try holding the scalpel on them. But make sure you don't touch the red blood vessel that is absorbing the patient's energy. If you do, it'll cause severe damage to the patient. Please be careful.
Oop, shit.
This can't be.
The patient's vitals dropped and Alethea's chiral reaction is increased dramatically.
Yep, I messed it up.
Touching the red blood vessel seems to affect the patient as well. Next time we sever the blood vessels, please be careful not to touch the red one.
Use the drain.
Nose has been summoned. Please treat this before they create tumors.
Oh god. How did this one go?
What are you doing, Doctor?
Inject the antibiotic directly into Ella. No. I forgot how it works. Oh no. What am I doing? Oh, I have to... right. Okay. Come on. Ah, shoot. I wasn't quick enough. Oh, I was actually. Okay. Let's just do these one at a time, actually. Oh, I don't...
What are you doing,
okay.
Doctor?
I don't actually have to do anything to it after I suction it. It's dead at that point. Okay. Or after I scalpel it, rather. Come on.
Very nice.
The blood vessels have been severed successfully, and chiral reaction has decreased.
Oh, hey, I couldn't see you because I was looking down at the DS. Hey, you got here just in time for the final boss and the epic, like, JRPG final boss music. I didn't realize you're here because I can't see chat when I'm looking down at the 3DS.
The blood vessels have been severed successfully, and chiral reactions have decreased. If we can continue this...
Okay, how do I treat these ones? Now it's Siege.
and its numbers are far greater than before.
Alethea must really be cornered now.
Our treatment against it must be effective. Treat Siege just like before while you inject the antibiotic into Alethea.
Use the scalpel. Use the antibiotic gel.
Shoot. Wait, why am I not? Okay, let me fix that. You stop that.
Please continue. Chiral reaction is weakening.
This one.
These may be small, but they're still Bythos, and there are so many of them. But the chiral reaction is almost gone. Alethea is definitely getting weaker. Just a little more. Hang in there, Doctor.
Use the forceps.
Much easier than it normally is.
Bythos isn't doing anything? Something's not right about this.
You can't do that.
Okay, what now?
Please continue.
Come on. Ah.
What
Ah,
are you doing,
shoot.
Doc? The patient's in danger.
Oh, it's you. Why aren't you dying?
Use the laser.
At these small cores, treat them before they create small tumors. Oh, jeez. I hope I don't run out of time. Blood vessels have been severed, that should do it.
Alethea has become completely inactive. Chiral reaction is decreasing. This can't be. The chiral reaction is rising. Alethea has become active again. Chiral reactions are increasing at incredible speed. The blood vessel it's using to absorb energy is changing rapidly as well. What can we do?
I won't give up.
Stay calm, Angie. I just have to concentrate.
Doctor?
I won't let you die.
We will not lose to guilt. We can't.
Doctor,
You're right. There's no way we're giving in. I believe in you, Doctor.
Concentrate.
Concentrate on the changes in the blood vessels. Concentrate, Derek.
I will save this patient.
For all the precious lives that guilt took.
For the hearts that were plunged into despair because of it.
Oh, this is JRPG all as heck.
For those who became prisoners to its promise of power and fell into darkness.
For our friends who confronted that darkness without yielding to its overwhelming threat.
In order to stop this endless spiral of despair.
For all the hopes and dreams of mankind.
And to prevent the same mistake from ever happening again. This is for everyone.
I'm a doctor.
There should never be diseases that cannot be treated. We will eradicate guilt with this.
chiral reaction is negative.
Alethea has completely disappeared. All treatments complete. This time it should end. Doctor. It's really over.
Angie,
Angie, it's still too early to get relieved. We can't let our guard down until the patient is completely safe, right?
Yes, you're right. Then please bandage the sutured incision, Doctor.
That was truly amazing.
That concludes the operation. Alethea has been defeated.
This is the worst wart extraction you've ever witnessed. It's a hell of a wart. They're saying it was like the guilt was the heart itself. It just like merged with her heart. This dumb lady who thought she could have eternal youth without consequences. To be fair, maybe she could have. We don't actually know if it would have just remained like benign or not. The reason it flipped out was because her partner injected her with someone else's DNA because he had to know if this guilt would be compatible with his comatose wife's DNA or not. It was not compatible.
all right.
Let's get her transported out of here. Can you call for backup, Heather?
Yes, I'll be right back.
Hey,
But we can't move her unless we disengage whatever she's connected to.
I already called for a bomb squad. They can take it from here. By the way, I neutralized the guilt with stabilizers, so now you definitely owe me.
Mercer?
Mr. Mercer, the threat of neo-guilt is over. But you owe it to the world to atone for the crime you've committed. My hopes have been shattered. I've got no reason to live.
He's got something in his hand!
It's the same thing that was on President Mayuzumi! I've been a fool. I was blinded by guilt, and I've lost everything. Everything! Why? Why? Ah! I must destroy! I'll destroy everything! He's gonna try to blow this place up!
you can't do that.
Stop!
Fire! Mercer!
Angie,
Angie, we need to stop the bleeding or he'll... It's no use, Derek. He's been shot right through the heart.
Father.
Honestly, they should have just played the ending there. No, I see why they did this actually. They wanted it to be possible for you to view the ending without having to replay the final boss fight. Oh, immediately to happy music. Okay, sure. No time to grieve over her dead father. After the incident, the HOA and Acropolis executives who assisted in the development of Neo-Guilt were arrested, and law enforcement officials began the process of setting their criminal trials in motion. The amendments to medical law that granted favoritism to the HOA were repealed by Congress, and the organization itself was ordered to dissolve. Caduceus USA was credited for not only helping to bring the perpetrators to justice, but for their unending dedication to those victimized by guilt as well. It also fell upon Caduceus to ease the fears of a frightened society with the truth behind the disease. We should consider ourselves fortunate that contamination has been minimal. No traces of it were found even in areas like the Palmwood plant, Acropolis, or the HOA building. But we are still taking heavy criticism from several countries for this incident. Just some noise from the hallway, I guess.
It can't be helped that the government is being blamed for it. Foreign leaders won't be easily convinced that it was all Mercer's doing. Perhaps we can establish more credibility by publicizing the testimony of Reina Mayuzumi?
Caduceus USA is working to alleviate concerns by meeting with the Overseas Committee. Each country will be provided with a clear explanation of what transpired.
Once again, we owe our gratitude to Caduceus, as well as an apology. We should never have become so blind as to discard your merits in favor of the HOA.
Please continue as you are doing, Director Hoffman. That is, if that is alright with you.
Well,
Yes, of course. But while we're on the subject, I'd like to take a moment of your time to express my sentiments. It is what I believe to be an underlying cause of this incident. Please continue, Director Hoffman. Originally, a doctor's purpose was to serve those who fell ill or were in poor health. But as medical science advanced, a different burden was placed on his shoulders. Catering to people's personal desires began to take precedence, achieving beauty and strength effortlessly, reversing the aging process. It is this obsessiveness that spurred humanity to reach for guilt like a forbidden fruit, without even considering the price they would pay. It should never become a doctor's responsibility to correct how a person chooses to live their life. I'd like all of you here today to look within yourselves and take a moment to consider who that obligation should truly fall upon. You seem to have made an impression, Director. That's all I could hope for.
Hey,
Nice! These test results are sweet! If it's really this effective, it's over for guilt. Forget Acropolis. Man, I could have pumped this out way earlier if it weren't for all those stupid restrictions.
Damn it.
A genius like myself shouldn't have to jump through so many damn hoops.
Well, you really exceeded our expectations, Victor. With the complete guilt data and Professor Blackwell's assistance, you'll be a research juggernaut.
Yeah, well, I couldn't have done it on my own. Derek and Angie will be glad to hear this. They can train overseas without any worries. You want to give them the good news, Leslie? Well, I would, but aren't they already on the plane? I'm a little jealous that they get to practice their honeymoon so many times.
Things just started settling down, and both Dr. Stiles and Dr. Tolba have already left.
Well, they'll go wherever they're needed. They're doctors to the bone.
It looks like you're recovering well from the operation. At this rate, you'll be out of the hospital in no time. So I'm really going to be okay, Doctor? My stomach still doesn't feel too good. It'll calm down if you take this medication. It's made in America, and it works quite well. We're fortunate that we've been receiving so much support from other countries lately. Anyway, the polyp we found inside your stomach was benign, so there's no need for concern. If you say so, Doctor. Thank you very much. Okay, hope you feel better soon. Now, let's see who's next.
Dr. Tolba.
Why don't you take a little break? You've been seeing patients all morning.
Oh, don't worry about me, Miss Warrenberg. I'm working at a good pace, and I feel great.
Well, you know, Dr. Stiles told me to contact him if anything happened to you. I'm tempted to report back to him that you're working too hard.
got it.
You know, I'm so happy to be here, helping people. I learned a lot in America, and I feel a little more confident with my treatment. I'm able to see more patients in a day, too. I've never felt more fulfilled in my life. Would you mind giving Dr. Stiles a message for me? Please tell him I'm grateful for everything he taught me.
I'll do that. Smile.
We won't be landing for another 18 hours, huh? Ugh, this is gonna be a long trip.
Doctor.
Here's something to keep you occupied then, Doctor.
A letter?
Yes, it's from Heather. It was addressed to both of us.
Really? Here, let me... Oh, I forgot. I get airsick if I read on a plane. Would you mind reading it?
Okay, let's see here. Dear Dr. Stiles and Miss Thompson,
Dr. Stiles.
how have you two been? Thank you for that kind letter of recommendation you wrote. I've transferred to the East Branch. Thanks to you, I'll be able to keep studying as a nurse in an environment I can relax in. My mother's transport date has already been set. Her condition is stable, so it should go well. I still can't thank you enough for the operation you performed on her, Dr. Styles. Anyway, I'll be looking forward to the day when I can work alongside the two of you again. Best wishes, Heather Ross.
I'm glad to hear that. It sounds like she's finally been able to settle down.
Understood.
I'm sure she'll do fine there.
Yeah. Professor Irving is a great cranial nerve surgeon, but he's also known for his involvement in the development of new procedures. If my training with him goes well, then maybe.
I know you can do it, Doctor. You're a one-of-a-kind surgeon who can pull off operations that no one else has even attempted.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'll do my best. For Heather's sake.
Dr. Styles, you've always worked hard to make sure other people are happy. But don't forget, you deserve a little piece of that happiness too.
Huh?
And I'll make sure the girl who's always at your side takes that advice too.
Angie. And so Derek Styles' long battle against guilt had finally come to an end. And after some time to rest, he returns once again to his intense life as a doctor. There are patients that need to be treated, though the life as a doctor with the healing touch will be filled with hardships. Derek continues on that path with the smiles of the patients and his friends at Caduceus, who share the same aspirations as him, and also with the support of his loved one at his side. So that's Trauma Center 2. I enjoyed it. I also got frustrated at times, but I did enjoy it. I think, for me, it's a toss-up which story I liked better, because there's some actual good moments of drama in this one, and I think it builds up to something even more intense than the first game did, which I kind of like. It goes just like full-on JRPG with that final boss and the dialogue you have as you're finishing it off, but I kind of like that. But I do have to say that there were a few moments in this story that genuinely made me mad at how dumb they were, and nothing like that happened in the first game. So I guess maybe it's one of those cases where this game pushes the drama to new heights, which is kind of cool, but the first game's storyline is a more even quality. Like, the quality of the storytelling is a little more even in the first game for me. But I do like some of the things that this game does. I also like how it really kept me guessing on what the goals of the, like, 3 organizations were and how connected they were, who was doing what. It was fairly obvious who the villains were, but it was hard to guess what their motives were at all times, so there's some good stuff. Gameplay-wise, I just straight up like this game better, because some stuff was kind of refined a little bit in this game in a good way, and it has a couple things that are really frustrating, but the thing it has on its side is the selectable difficulty. The first game is basically just permanently locked in one difficulty, you can never change it. And I feel like the first game starts at normal difficulty and then goes to what this game considers hard, and you never have any choice to switch off of that. Whereas with this game, you can, if you're getting too frustrated, you can lower it down to normal or even easy mode at any time, and I appreciate that. I even did that just to finish up more smoothly because I wasn't feeling so great tonight, and some of those last missions are pretty ridiculous, so I just wanted to just get through the story, and I can try doing the missions on a higher difficulty when I'm feeling better. Congratulations, you are a true master of the healing touch. Clear data saved. Loading this data allows you to play the confidential operations. Ah, yes. So this has X missions as well, of course. Let's take a quick peek at that.
Oh, there's a sound test. Oh, that's really cool. Thank you, Yuri Lowenthal. Your screaming is appreciated.
Roger. All right, there's no time. We'll begin the procedure. Understood.
That's really cool. There are some shenanigans with that final boss, and you only saw the end of it talk about Atlas Hard. Yeah, imagine if I hadn't been playing that on easy mode. I was kind of genuinely messing up a bit. I didn't do that as smoothly as I could have, so, like, I don't feel like I should have won that, in a way. But, yeah, I just wanted to see the story. So I'm glad easy mode exists. That's gonna be rough on a higher difficulty.
Understood.
I really like that. Yes, that was easy mode. Oh man. That's really cool. I like that you can play all the voice clips and stuff. A lot of games don't do that. Wait, has this always been here? To turn the option to turn off the voices and the sound effects? That's also very cool. Well, how do I guess I just have to load the clear data. Yeah, there it is. Chapter X. There is only one level of difficulty. The difficulty level is Perish. No, the difficulty level is Extreme. I'm good on that. It's kind of the same thing that the first game had. You have ultra hard versions of all the guilts and probably Neo Guilt. There's no chance. I'm not gonna be able to do that, so I'm not gonna bother. Let's see. I have a little extra time here. Yeah, you can see I switched to easy mode right there, right at the last operation of Chapter 6, and then all of Chapter 7 I just did on easy mode, just to get through it. We can take a look at hard mode. Let's take a look at hard mode just to see how quickly I perish. I do want to try these operations that I skipped over on at least normal mode when I'm feeling better. I am not gonna commit to hard mode because, yeah, I don't know about some of these. I'll probably at least try it, but I would really like to beat all these on at least normal mode though. But let's see what this one is like on hard.
Doctor, please.
No.
Understood.
All right.
The big thing is gonna be the vitals being, like,
Doctor,
plummeting a
will
lot,
save this patient.
to where I have to use the healing
Let's
a lot,
begin the operation.
which wastes time. Time to die.
let's begin the operation. What the? Please be more careful. Look! Huh? This doc, please inject the medication. Please inject the medication. It's working. Dr. Stiles! The patient's in danger. Use the drain. What are you doing, Doctor?
This is bad. I'm just trying to catch up with all the damage that's been done.
You can't do that.
Oh. I do have to get rid of this little one first. I can't do it fast enough. Yeah, they disappear as soon as I've gotten rid of that. I'm just not being efficient enough with how I'm cutting and draining. Hard mode. It sucks. Yeah, I'm playing kind of bad. They do disappear way too quickly. I'm just gonna eat the hit on that. That seems like my best bet here. Just get the health up and then eat the hit.
What the? Use the scalpel. This can't be.
I was too slow.
Use the laser. You can't do that.
Oh. Oh, vitals are dropping too fast with those open. I need to get rid of this one. What's gonna happen here is, at best, I'm gonna run out of time. Even if I can keep the patient alive, I'm not gonna be able to do this smoothly enough to actually, like, do it in the time limit. Eh. Oh, right, I don't need to... Start again.
This can't be.
Yeah, you get the idea. I am not doing this. Not right now, at least. This is giving you Data Hollow Bastion flashbacks. This level of difficulty was made for actual surgeons. Friggin' feels like it sometimes. Yeah, I think I'm probably not doing some of these last ones on hard mode. I want to at least do normal mode, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, anyway, that's, I think I've pretty much given my thoughts on this game. It's like, it's kind of hard. I think just because of the gameplay and because of the selectable difficulty, I would be more inclined to return back to this game to replay it than the first one. But the first one does have some good things going for it. Though I guess too, like, there's always the remake of the first game, which actually also has selectable difficulty, but the problem is they changed the story, so it doesn't line up with this game as well. Like, the original version of the first game is the one that lines up with this sequel, whereas the remake lines up with a different sequel called, I think, Trauma Team? Or New Blood. I forget which one of those is the sequel, but yeah, it's weird. But yeah, anyway, there's things I like. There's some things I like better about the storytelling in the first one, but this game has some good moments. I enjoyed it. It can be frustrating at points. I'm glad there's a selectable difficulty. Overall, it's a pretty cool game, though. I'm glad I finally played these. And I originally meant to visit these as, like, a tribute to my own hospital cares and, like, the people who took care of me when I was almost freaking didn't come back home. I hope... I kind of doubt any of said people would like be watching this at this point. But, hey, if anyone does remember me, I hope you're doing well, genuinely. I still remember a number of people fondly. I hope they're all doing well after everything that's gone on in the world these past years. But I'm closing the book on Trauma Center for now, so that's gonna do it for tonight's stream. Thanks for stopping by, man. Thanks to everyone else who is watching this as well. My streaming schedule is gonna be slightly different after this. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go live with that nonsense Google translated Mystery Dungeon thing. I'm gonna resume that tomorrow, but after that, after tomorrow, the Google Translate thing is going to be moved to Sundays instead of Thursdays, and in general, the next game I'm going to start is going to be Golden Sun. That's going to be my next main game. It's not going to start on Monday, it's going to be on Tuesday. My stream days are going to be, from here on, are going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. With Sunday being the side game, that's the Google Translate thing. Monday through Thursday and Saturday will be Golden Sun. And so check that out if you're interested. But in the meantime, take care of yourself. Have a good night. Have a good day. And I will see you another time.